I have tried a ton of different Amazon products to help alleviate some of the neck pain and the head pain that go along with my headaches and my migraines. And today I'm going to share with you my top 10 favorite products, why they're my favorite, and what some of the comparables out there are. My name is Larissa, and welcome to the Concussion Crew, where I share information and tips that I've learned over the last 4 years healing from my brain injury. I am sharing my lived experience, but I am not a medical professional. If you are having migraines, if you are having headaches, if you have a concussion, a brain injury, please consult with a doctor before trying any of this stuff, because this is not medical advice. Let's jump in, and I'm going to start with one of the things that I heard a lot about. So this is not a new thing. I'd like to talk about finding the best ice for your body. And product number one that I'm going to talk about is ice caps. I'm sure you've heard about them before. I've tried the cheaper ones. I think they were $9 or $10 on Amazon, and I found them really uncomfortable. They were kind of crunchy. They had a funky smell to them, and they were not my favorite. What I've got now, I've got two different ice hats. One of them is a full cap, so there's a top to it, and there is a small hole. So if you have longer hair than I do, which is most everybody, you can have a ponytail coming out the top of it. I like this one. I like having the top of my head covered. I find that I get a lot of heat out the top of my noggin. But if you have more hair than would fit through this teeny tiny ponytail hole here, there is an option. There are ice caps that have a hole in the very top. So if you've got a lot of hair, this can help. Having the ice on my face really does help to alleviate some of the pain, some of the muscle tension, but my neck is also a problem for me. If you have a lot of neck pain associated with your migraine, or if you just get really hot and need more cooling, I love my neck wrap. So this goes down my back quite a ways, and it goes up my neck. So I got a lot of cooling, and it goes around, and it's got some Velcro so that you can strap on the ice pack and you can move about. You can walk around and it's going to go with you, and it's fairly secure. If you put a sweater over it, people don't even notice that you're wearing it, and it can help with the cooling, and it can help with neck pain. So these ice hats are very comfortable. They're soft, the texture is soft, and they're also quite pliable, so they feel comfortable on your head. They help to alleviate pain. They come in a bag. Make sure that you keep the bag, and then you can pop them into the bag. They have a zipper seal, and you can put that back into your freezer to protect it. If anything leaks in your freezer, if there are smells in your freezer, it really helps to keep it as fresh as possible, as long as possible. I really like my Acupressure mat and pillow. I find that they help with my neck pain a lot. And I recently tried this, and I thought it was going to be ridiculous and I would not wear it out in public, but this is an Acupressure headband. So you can put it on either if the headache is in the front or in the back of your head, and it Velcros on, and it applies pressure and gets the blood flowing in that area. My eyes are really light sensitive at the best of times, and when I have a migraine, they are just awful. I've spoken about these a couple of times. These are eye visors that have a lot of padding, and they have a nose bridge so that it really makes it light tight. This is a great inexpensive tool, but if you're looking to up your eye game, I love this. It is a face massager. It has heat and vibration as well. I would recommend figuring it out before you have a migraine, because I hated the vibration. I did not enjoy the vibration at all. The massage and having a heat and having it dark were really great for my migraine. They helped my eyes a lot, but the vibration was terrible. So knowing that ahead of time and not turning on the vibration when my head was already in a kind of pissy state was a real asset. Something that I use a lot is my weighted blanket, and I didn't really think about using it when I had a migraine until it actually slipped off the back of the sofa and kind of landed on me one day, and it felt good. And you know, when you're lying there and your head's kind of spinning and everything is aching, having the weighted blanket on your torso especially can help to just calm things down a little bit and make you feel better. And I would recommend starting with a lighter weighted blanket, because the really heavy ones, the 20-pounders, can cause your joints to be sore and can be difficult to move around under, especially if you're already in pain. These boots are great, and they do help to make me feel better when I have a headache. And I don't know why. I know that people have talked about putting your feet into a hot bath and putting your ice hat on, and that difference can help with the migraine. I haven't experienced that. I didn't find it really helpful, but I know a lot of people do like that. So I wonder if these boots work on the same principle. They massage your feet, and the ones that I got have heat. So they heat up, they massage your feet. I have the ones with the thigh attachment as well. So it's kind of like a full leg massage. You can get just the half leg ones as well. And they work. And I know it sounds weird because it's your feet, but it's your head that hurts. So I liked it. I recommend trying them out. They are more of an investment than some of the other things like the ice hat. So that might be something that you try out further down the road. Because of my concussion, I'm pretty clumsy and I knock things over. So one of the things that I recommend for migraines is actually a leak-proof travel mug. When I'm lying down, when I don't really want to open my eyes and I'm groping on the table trying to find my drink, I have knocked over so many beverages. I've knocked over plates. I have made many a mess, and I like having the travel mug. I will pour my coffee into my travel mug and put it on the table next to me so that if it falls over, it does not matter. It's not going to leak all over the place. I now have 3 of this brand of travel mug because it is leak proof. I can chuck it in my purse. I can chuck it in a suitcase. It is phenomenal. So I've got one for coffee, I've got one for tea, and I've got one for my jasmine tea, because coffee, the plastic can start to smell like coffee, and same thing with the jasmine tea. It got a little bit jasmine-y, which is fine when you're drinking jasmine tea, but coffee flavored like tea or tea flavored like coffee, not my favorite. So I have tried this brand. I've tried a number of the different colors. I keep coming back to it. And if you don't have to clean up a mess the day that you're starting to feel better from your migraine, so much the better. Sometimes I find it difficult because I'll be lying there and I'll think, oh gosh, it's Catherine, my sister's birthday next week. I need to remember to send her present. I need to go to Pure Later to get that in the mail. Or I need to remember that I just used up the last of the orange juice, or something will pop into my head, and you know when something is there and it drives you crazy. So I get these little notebooks. I can leave them on the sofa. I can leave them on my bed. They come in a pack of 12. So I have them kicking around, and I can write a note so that I don't jump up and have to go and deal with whatever I have just thought about. I can have a kind of to-do list. And these little guys they're not that big. It's about the size of my hand. And they don't have that many pages. I think they got about 50 pages. So if you do happen to knock something over on it, or if you barf on it, or if it gets destroyed or goes missing, it doesn't really matter. It's not a leather-bound $20 or $30 notebook that you're like, oh, come on. You spent less than $1 on it, and it was a tool that was handy, but if it gets destroyed, that's okay too. I like this set because they have some really like to do, be happy. I like their messages. I am a big advocate of trusting your medical team. And if you don't trust your medical team, sourcing other healthcare providers. So if you are not jiving with your physiotherapist, maybe finding a chiropractor or an occupational therapist. Go back to your family doctor and get the supports that you need. I take my migraine pills, my anti-inflammatories. I do have pharmacologicals. That being said, I do like oils. And don't come at me in the comments. I'm not saying that you should replace your doctor, your healthcare team, or any of the medications you need with oils. I'm saying that oils have helped me. I really like this particular migraine relief one. I do put it on my wrists. You can put it right on your forehead. It can go like right into your temples, and I don't have a headache, but I'm already feeling the joy. It's a really nice scent. If you are finding that, yes, you do like these oils and they do help a little bit to support the other things that you're doing for migraine care. I eventually got some rollers that you can refill, and I bought jars of the essential oils that I liked and found worked. And I mean, it's trial and error, but I started with the ones in this headache roller and kind of grew from there. And I add a little bit more of the peppermint oil, and I really enjoy the frankincense. And yeah, you can play around with it and have some fun with the scents. If you are stuck in bed, or if you're stuck on the sofa and your migraine is making your life miserable, it is handy to have baby wipes. If you get food on your hands, if you're sweaty, if you drop something, you can just wipe up really quickly and deal with it later. And I know that they are not the most environmentally friendly. I've said it before, I will say it again, as long as our world leaders and movie stars and quasi-celebrities are taking their own private jets places, people who are experiencing migraines, people who have brain injuries, people who have a concussion should be able to use things to make their life easier. We should just be cutting each other a little bit of slack. So baby wipes, so that you don't have to jump up and run into the kitchen to wash your hands, or run to the bathroom to wash your hands. If you have a snack, something runs on your face, you can just wipe it off. And when you're feeling a bit better, then you will go and wash your face. Migraines make sounds so much worse. It's like nails on a chalkboard sometimes, and it's not even noises that normally bother me, but all of a sudden I'm like, I can't even listen to anything. So I like these guys. These are earplugs, and they are slim fit and very soft. So because I have dainty ladylike ear canals, some of the other ones, the ones that I've gotten, the big orange things, and just the regular size earplugs for sleeping hurt my ears. And they don't necessarily hurt right away, but over time, the pressure inside my ear canal, it gets awful. So I love these guys. These are slim fit for small or sensitive ear canals, and I bought these a couple of times. I take them with me when I'm traveling, and I found that they really cut out the noise without hurting my ears. I will also link to the pluggies. They are amazing earplugs for small ear canals. They're actually marketed for children, but I found that they work perfectly in my ears, and they are earplugs that cut out some of the background noise so you can still hear the person you're talking to, but they help to deaden some of the background noise. And I have found them really helpful if you have to go to work, if you have to go get something from the grocery store, if you are out and about with a headache, or even if you're at home and you don't need this kind of noise cancellation, if you just need something to help a little bit, the pluggies are amazing. And now this is a bonus item because I want to normalize comfort items. This is my dog. That's my stuffed animal. I think we should normalize STUFFIES. Normalize STUFFIES. When you get a reliable brand, like a Gund, for example, I can chuck this guy in the washing machine, and I can chuck him in the dryer, and I know that he holds up. I can also hang him from his little ears, poor guy, and air dry him, and he doesn't get that weird crunchy texture that some of the cheaper stuffed animals do. He's very soft, so you know, when you're just trying to move your head a little bit and get some support, I can use him instead of a whole pillow. He can add some supports, and he makes me feel good. He makes me feel happy, and he comforts me. So if you feel like crap emotionally when you've got your migraines, like, I don't want to be lying here, I don't want to be doing nothing, why is this happening to me? Try snuggling with a stuffed animal. The other ones that I like are squishmallows, because you know, when your head hurts and you do this with your hand. I do this with my hands. I don't know if you do this with your hands, but I can clench my hands because of the pain. I like squishmallows because they are, you know, they're hand-sized. The shape comes right back, and they're very, very soft. And just like these guys, I chucked this owl into the washing machine and the dryer more times than I can count, and he still looks kind of like new. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you try out some of these things and that they make you feel better. I don't have a partnership with any of these products or their companies, but I might earn a small commission if you use the Amazon link. You can Google these things and find the links yourself, but hopefully having the links below will make things a little easier for you. If you have things that help with your migraine, even if they're not Amazon products, if you have tips and tricks and things that you've used to alleviate the pain or to head off a migraine before it starts, please let us know in the comments below. Migraines can be really lonely. We're stuck at home. It's hard to interact with people. So if we can cheer each other up and share some tips in the comments so that we can feel a little less alone, that'd be great. Thank you so much. Feel better soon, and remember, you are not alone in this.